Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rel2G here. I'm giving you my take on what the Philadelphia Eagles need to do for the 2013 season. The 2012 season is not going well for the Eagles at 3-8, as we are expecting to play the Dallas Cowboys this upcoming Sunday with 5 more games to go. I don't think the Eagles will win at least 6 games this season. I'll be lucky if they do, but give or take, maybe a 5-11 football team this year, and that would mean that Andy Reid's time as coach needs to start changing, because he's at that point that the Eagles and the players have given up on this coach. Philadelphia fans have also given up on this coach. It's time for him to step down or get fired. And I think that's what's going to happen with Reid coming up towards the end of the season. He's gotten the Eagles to 5 championship games, including the Super Bowl, but other than that, his West Coast offense is not what the Philadelphia Eagles are built for, and I think it's time for Reid to take his business elsewhere as head coach. Also, clean out the whole entire staff. The offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams, whatever the case may be. Juan Castillo was a mistake for Andy Reid to throw him under the bus, because he made him defensive coordinator, and that didn't really go well, especially even towards the middle of last season. And it started making some sense with Castillo being this wizard of a defensive coordinator, but then even after the start of the season, the Eagles tackling was just pathetic. They got burned in so many ways and so many cylinders. That's what made Andy Reid fire Juan Castillo as defensive coordinator. Shouldn't have put him in there from the beginning. He was better off being offensive coordinator than this Marty Morningwig, and he's got to go too, because he was not letting LeSean McCoy, the running back, run the ball more. He just wasn't letting him. He wasn't letting Michael Vick run with the ball either. I just don't get it. What is this West Coast offense? Is it more passing, more running? Can somebody please tell me? Just get rid of the coaches who are left on the Eagles staff right now. But just keep Deuce Staley as running back coach, because he has done once for LeSean McCoy, Bryce Brown, who's there right now, and maybe he'll do more with the next draft running back the Philadelphia Eagles will get during the course of the 2013 NFL draft. You get rid of the offensive line, because right now Michael Vick was not being protected at all. He's had more sacks. He's been hit more than any other quarterback in the NFL this season. That has to start changing as well, and get a whole young stud of offensive linemen there, because these linemen they have right now who are getting paid to do what they're supposed to do, they're not getting the job done. And I feel as though Demetrius Bell, he's holding a lot, and Jason Peters, when he was there before he got injured, he was doing a lot of false starts. And King Dunlap, this 6'5" Dunlop, he's been getting penalties on crucial plays for the Eagles the last couple of weeks. He's got to go too, because what do I see? The whole offensive line's got to go. It's just not looking all that well. Mike Vick as quarterback, he needs to go to another team. Too much hits. He's being concussed right now, and he may not even play for the remainder of the season, because they say his concussion has become seriously worse. So he just wanted to get healthy. All I would say to Michael Vick is, run the ball more. Stop scrambling. I mean, he's not scrambling, and that's something the Eagles have not been letting Mike Vick do, because he's scared to get hit anymore. I just think Michael Vick's been the same quarterback like he was when he was with the Atlanta Falcons, early part of 2000. And I really think he's not going to change as a quarterback. The only thing that's changed about him is he's not a dog fighter anymore. He's a dog lover. Accept the fact, folks, people do make mistakes. Give him the credit that he is due, will you? But Michael Vick, I believe he needs to go to another team to get a fresh start and just get away from all this animosity that's going on here in Philadelphia. Also, I will keep DeMeco Ryans as defensive middle linebacker, because it's the best they've had since another middle linebacker. I forget his name. Bradley. I forget his first name, but much better. He's been a wrecking crew on that defensive line. When I was with the Carolina Panthers game this past week, that's all I heard was DeMeco Ryans tackled immediately from such and such a player. So He's great for this organization, so you keep him. I also would keep Colin Jenkins because the $40 million the Eagles have paid him this season to do his job, it is working, but he just needs to get some more leadership on that defensive line because tackling has just been the worst thing the Eagles have had. Nani Asamoah is getting burned every single time as a cornerback. He just been getting tortured, and I think the Eagles gave him too much money to do the job that he's supposed to do, and he's not doing it. I get rid of him in a nutshell. And just a host of other people who are not doing the job, just clean up house, whoever the next head coach will be for Philadelphia. So, Jason Babin, we wish him luck with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's going to supposed to be a team that could be a contender next season. That's a joke. He's with a 2-9 team. He's already talking crap about the Philadelphia media. Attitude, that's the problem that he's been having. Attitude, and that's why Andy Reid released him this past week due to his lack of ability in playing. 5.5 sacks. This is down year, and I don't see Jason Babin getting any better unless he changes that attitude from what they're saying. So we'll just have to see what happens with him and the Jaguars, because time with the Jaguars probably not going to be much longer. Nick Foles, you keep him because he is starting to progress. He hasn't really showed what he could do as a starter, as a quarterback, first two games of his career. But I think he will be an effective quarterback once the season ends, and I think he'll wind up being a starter for the Eagles on next season. So you keep him as quarterback. Jeremy Maclin, you keep him for right now, even though he's got 1 year left on his rookie deal of $1.25 million. While he's struggling with injuries this past season, he has yet to get a 1,000-yard season. The question is, do they give him a contract extension or do they just trade him? Let's just wait and see what happens at the start of next season, 2013, and maybe he might be still in the draft, or then he might just be this effective wide receiver that the Eagles has been expecting to see of him since he began his career. Alright folks, so let me know what your take is. What do you think the Eagles need to do for the 2013 season? Post your comments, subscribe, come back again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.